people should leave these questions to their hereditary leaders.
Who are you finding the Constitution inconvenient again?
I just think it's too bad that the 12th County Council has to debate policy with Mr. Benton, the Senate of Pacific Area.
Again, the no company Sir Roger Bennett restart the castle in which you're now standing.
Your family has managed to mention that fact at every parliamentary meeting since the 15th century. Yes, Your Highness.
Before we became your Duchess, we were limited to one pomegranate eclipse. If neither party can resolve the financial crisis, we may have to return to that. Perhaps give them up entirely.
But my lady.
We appreciate your concern. We'll also have to deny credit clearance, lower wages, and cancel all benefits, including pomegranates.
Never!
Well, but since the market for our wine has been stolen by a cheap imitation, now being manufactured in California, we no longer have enough foreign exchange to pay for the import of necessities. We recognize David Benton Esquire.
I say we have a little water to the limitation tax. Lower our prices to try to compete with the imitation.
Delusionist! My lady, those who add water to the Pinot Grande, they can base any work of art. They put the pitchy portrait of Gloriana VI on a coaching stump and use the ones upon Motul Bud or a spaceship to sell truffles. No, there's a better way to raise funds.
Which is?
What every country does. Get it from America.
You want to say America won't even answer our protest!
Instead of demanding justice, let's just try asking for money.
I don't think it's so easy getting money from America anymore.
Wait till you hear my speech.
It's not enough these days. Just do it right.
My subversives. Baywitch, right-wing extremist students.
Students!
That's your plan?
We'll set up a real party stage demonstrations of your country to China or Rhodesia.
I don't like it. Suppose by some war chances they do in fact take over.
I've solved that too. For the leader of this temporary movement, I've chosen this non-political civil manufacturers.
You're sure you'd be safe?
I've already said to him, you can see for yourself.
You're honest? Tony Boston, that's so unfair. We've been summoned to this country. Tony Boston.
That's our man. His main interest is birds.
Oh, I know. When my father was still alive, I used to climb trees in the national forest. I even built a birdhouse for some swallows.
Well, if you don't think he's the right man for the job...
Oh, he's the right man. Tony Boston.
Hi, Lord. Your Highness.
We haven't seen you in some time, Tully.
You've always known where to find me. Our national forest needs constant attention. We had 4 visitors today.
Her Highness is more to do these days than build birdhouses.
I don't suppose it's still around.
There's a colony of cinder-tailed swallows in from Sicily right now. I've kept it prepared for you.
The reason you were called. Could you take time from your work to form a political party of communists?
I don't think so. Their philosophy doesn't seem to work very well, especially in agricultural regions.
Well, we wouldn't want the party to be successful, just appear successful.
So the Americans will loan us some money.
To save us from the communists? It's a trick! And even if the trick were successful, we wouldn't be saved. We'd have sold our honor. We'd have delivered this fraud to another nation.
Your principles are magnificent. Meanwhile, I have to save the duchy.
From what?
Bankruptcy.
Well, if you can't do it honorably, it's not worth saving.
No.
Tully, what am I to do?
Just raise the price of the no grand finish. There's a big demand for it.
Not anymore. An American been there in a place called
California.
Choosing all labor, fixing all castle, and selling it at half the price.
They call it Panat Brand Airway. They've ruined our colonies.
What's the honorable course now?
Send a letter to the United States demanding the end of this fraud and prompt reformation.
We've sent such letters. They're they're ignored.
We can't let them ruin us. If they won't listen to us, we'll have to enforce it. We'll declare war.
What? Declaration?
I don't hold with surprise attacks.
Against the United States of America?
And to make sure there's no misunderstanding, send a registered mail. Return receipt requested.
Oh, Holly, we've no weapons, no machinery, no resources, and only 6,000 people.
But we're in the right.
Stop being so simple-minded and consider the consequences.
If they won't listen to us, we'll have to fight regardless of the consequences.
Which are that we lose. If you've studied some history, you realize that the consequences of losing a war to the United States would mean, history shows. This has to be considered.
Consider? What are you?
I'm sure if there's anything to your end, Lord, you'll make the right decision. And I offer myself as the first volunteer.
Tully, you may have solved our problem. You really have. You are excused to your duties in our goodbye day.
Thank you, Chloe. Good to see you.
Good to remember how life used to be.
He must be mad. Completely bereft of his senses. He should be locked up as a raving lunatic.
I wouldn't say that. Perhaps we both declare war.
Don't even joke about that.
Oh, I'm not joking.
It's wholly necessary to say that we lose.
Of course we lose.
Now think of the consequences.
We have to fight regardless of the consequences. Mr. Basket has convinced me.
Stop this irresponsible nonsense. These matches are much.
Much too important to be left to a girl whose main interest is pomegranates, uncle. But they are up to me.
You've been reading your romantic accounts of military geniuses who defy all.
Actually, I've been reading the Medici, Metternich, Disraeli, politicians who had to live by their wits. Because we haven't much else, have we?
I don't care who you've been reading. I cannot let you jeopardize
And
it.
the Martin's little handbook on government. Oh, written by some Italian.
Italian?
Full of practical little suggestions. A little drastic, perhaps. But as a last resort. Oh, that's the one. I also came across a girl who had a way with difficult associates. Lucretia Borgia. Does the pomegranate taste bitter, Uncle?
Your Highness.
I don't understand. You were saying about the United States.
If I remember my history books correctly, there are few more profitable undertakings than to declare war on the United States.
But Highness,
And to be defeated.
Profitable to be defeated.
The ancients no sooner drive the surrender doctrine than the United States is sending food, machinery, resources, and money to the forward foe.
Yes, that's what they do!
To avoid wrecking the forward adversary's economy, they extend generous credits and the most favorable trade agreements. And that's just the beginning. Don't you remember after World War II? All they did for Germany and Japan? Now their economies are booming.
She's right. I can see it. We declare war on Monday, be vanquished by Tuesday, and rehabilitated beyond our wildest dreams by Friday night. I must confess that when you were talking about this with Mr. Baskin, you had me a little confused.
actually was making a good suggestion.
Without realizing it, the man's even more idiotic than I thought.